Okay, you want to learn how to use the rolling knee bar and the Victor's roll, chaining it from your upper body submissions into Imanari, back into Victor's roll, following up with knee bars and other leg lock submissions. Check out this video, I'll learn the difference. Hey guys, welcome back to the channel, Tum Energia Martial Arts. Sandro with us. As we told you today, we're going to show you the Victor roll and the rolling knee bar. They get confused a lot. Let's just get to it and show you the differences. I really love this one. We have a video on the Kani Basami, the scissor takedown, which is pretty dangerous. This is a bit safer. On the Imanari roll, some body lock takedowns where we show this. I'll put some links up here. We also had one of our students hit this a while ago in competition, winning the submission no-gi match with this Victor roll. So I personally really love it. Now, we're going to start off safe. I know this is boring, please don't skip this, but I want you to understand there's a risk rolling into leg locks. So we're going to start off from turtle, and I'm going to quickly show you the difference between the Victor roll and the rolling knee bar. So in a turtle position, if I can see his leg, so he's behind me and not all the way to the side of me, or in any case we get into this scenario, the rolling knee bar is whenever I go to the inside with my head and reach on with the outside arm. So look, I'm close by, and it's very important that my hips stay close. So if I roll here, I will never get the curl to lift Sandro's weight above me. So I want you to imagine throwing your head towards your knee on the inside, grabbing his leg, and then rolling over. So we end up in this position. Now, about the grips, we'll get to that later. For now, I have the knee because we started off in turtle. And I end up in this knee bar position or 411 position, yeah, cross ashi. So from the turtle, if my head is on the inside, I will roll with the rolling knee bar. Now, if my head is on the outside, I use the other grip. So the first one was basing on the left, grabbing with the right or the outside hand to make it easier. The other one is basing with the outside hand, grabbing with the inside hand, and rolling with my head to the outside. Now, depending on my partner, if he completely rolls through with me, we might end up in the same position. So I roll, we end up here, but with a different grip because he rolled all the way through. If he gets stuck a little bit midway, we will end up in a different position. So we'll be here, in this position, if he doesn't roll over. Now from here, I can either switch my hips to this side and start reaping for an outside heel hook or outside attacks, but what I prefer to do is here turn his knee to the inside, shelf his leg, and go for this backside 50-50. We have a lot of videos on this or instructional, from where I can immediately attack. I'm controlling his back step, so if he now wants to roll through, it's hard. That's why I switch my hips, so I can finish from this 50-50. Yeah? If he rolls through, I can either switch my legs to the inside for 411 or to the outside for crisscross ashi or 50-50. Now, I'm not going to go into all the heel hooks and leg locks from there. Just want to show you the difference between the Victor's roll, which is a sambo move, and the rolling knee bar. They get confused a lot. Yeah? Today, I'm going to address them as those. We'll start off with the Victor roll and the rolling knee bar from a low position because it's safer. There's no impact. Yeah? If you want to see it again, just scroll back. Now, we're going to levitate a little bit. We're going to go a bit higher to get a little bit more of height as we build up all the way to a standing entry. Now, the next step is going to be a tripod. So I'm going to be on my hands and feet, and he's also going to be either holding my hip or also placing his hands a little bit on the mat. So we're here. So our hips are a bit higher. Now, there's some weight on me. If I fall here, he will just go with me. Boom, we'll get stuck here. So this is why I want you guys to practice it from this position, so you get accustomed to how you roll and invert underneath his axis before you start off standing and start injuring your partner or their knee. So in this tripod, it now becomes more important for me to dive underneath, and also I have a new grip available, which is going to be on the ankle. So if I roll on the inside, it's going to be the rolling knee bar. For the rolling knee bar, I'm going to control the ankle. As I roll, I now control his ankle. So if he wants to curl his leg back, I'm grabbing my head, and it's very hard for him now to curl the leg. If I were to still control the knee, it's easier for him to curl back his leg, yeah, and close and protect his foot, which shouldn't be a problem if we were to attack cross ashi, go for the second leg. We'll show you that in a second, but I just want you to learn these differences in these entries and differences in grips. If you want to see it one more time, just scroll back so we don't want to keep the video too long. Once again, from tripod. Now, instead of going on the inside, I'm going on the outside, and now we call it a Victor roll again. So if he gets stuck, boom, we're here. Yeah? From here, I can switch my hips to the opposite side, start attacking this foot, going with this heel hook here, toe holds or anything. The submissions don't really matter from here. If you don't know those, just look up the submissions. For today, it's about the entry. Now, the final one, we're going to go up standing. Now, for the standing, and this is where the safety issue gets really complicated, is I don't want to fall with my weight on his knee. So I want you to keep your hip high. So my hip is at hip height. If he's controlling my upper body, I cannot hinge. So I cannot do the entry. But in that case, I will use my hips to do a different takedown. Today he's controlling my hips. Usually I want to control the grip. He wants to get his hips close to me. Boom. If you want to learn these basics, check out our body lock takedowns video. If he gets his hips close, and this is exactly how my student used it in the advanced no-gi to win, is when the guy stepped close, he reached in, went for the rolling knee bar. So for the rolling knee bar, his head was on the inside. As he stepped in, he bases on this hand. Now in different grips, we're going to show you at the end, you can use grips on the body of your partner. For now, I want you to base so you can help lifting your hips a little bit to make it safer. As I reach out with this arm, grab the low part of the ankle to prevent him from curling his leg when I want to go for the knee bar. So watch what happens. I go in, roll, my hip is high, so I control his knee line. I grab my own head and fall on his foot. Yeah. Now to finish the knee bar, I like to control the heel, figure 4, and keep my head on the mat. And then I squeeze my legs in, bridge in, attack the knee bar. But that's a whole different video. Now there are going to be some follow-ups. We're going to show you way more entries later on, so you can do the rolling knee bar or the Victor's roll from turtle, tripod, standing. And then of course there's going to be real scenarios like we do it from single leg entry or from Russian 2-on-1s or foot sweeps or uchimaras. So stay tuned for the end of the video. For now, let's get into some grips. As we roll and attack, let's do the rolling knee bar. Just from this position, it doesn't really matter. If I don't control the heel, yeah, there's going to be some cool follow-up attacks. So as I control the knee, I roll. As my partner tries to bend his leg because he doesn't want me to go back, he doesn't want me to slide up to the knee bar or the heel hook. As he bends the leg, I'm going to step over. As I step over, I cross my own feet, get the bony part of my hand, my wrist inside his knee. Yeah, either reinforce my hands or go with a figure 4 grip or a gable grip, and then bridge in as I push my hips down on the lower part of his leg to attack this knee crusher or calf slicer. It's a really cool submission. It's not as powerful as the heel hook or the knee bar, in my opinion, but it's good if he tries to bend the leg. So we're here, kick out please. So we're here, I'm trying to attack the knee bar, he bends, okay, cool. I catch it before he does. Yeah, I slide in, start bridging and attacking for this calf slicer. Yeah, of course, I think the knee bar is best, or start attacking for the inside heel hook. And finally, this one's really cool. If I were to trap his second leg, now let's do it from standing. I can either grab both legs here. I still think it's best to base. Yeah, I like to base or base if I go for the kanibasami, for the back way, or base if I go for Victor or for rolling knee bar. If you have a good control of your hip height, you can use both hands, so you end up with double trouble, controlling both legs. So there we go, control both legs, and now I have both legs to immediately control in, start looking for heel exposure, yeah, or switch them over, get into Texas cloverleaf, and a lot of attacks here from 411. And finally, when we roll, and I get to bend the second leg. So let's try and do this slowly. We roll. And I get this second leg bent and go over that and trap it. So as we trap the second leg, it's easier for me to start attacking this leg or to then switch back, control for double trouble. I don't want to go into all the leg lock finishes because the video will be too long, guys. It was about the difference between the rolling knee bar and the Victor's roll. Yeah? I'll show you the safe way to build it up from turtle to tripod to standing, and how to base, use your head on the inside, and what happens if you get stuck on the outside one. I also want to show you just a few counters. Now, which one is better in my opinion? If Sandro rolls for the inside, for the knee bar, for the rolling knee bar, his hips and his weight are underneath me, so he loads me up. Yeah? If I'm really quick, I can sprawl out, but if he has good control, as soon as he starts rolling, I'm stuck all the way. It's very hard for me to turn in whichever direction. Now, if he were to roll on the outside, his weight is going to be more there. So as he starts to roll, I'm going to base on his hips or frame on his hips. He starts to roll, and I'm just going to running man out there. So that means I'm dragging my leg, kicking out like escaping a single leg. One more time. As he rolls, I'm going to keep his hip, which he's trying to lift, low. As I make height, kick out, start passing the open guard. If I'm a bit later, same outside rolling, so that's a Victor roll. If I'm a bit later, I can put weight on my foot. If the leg is free, I can switch it to the outside and start attacking for my own 50-50 or leg locks. If it's not free, if he has a good grip, I can still stand up and make height. If he tries to sweep me that way, he has no control over the second leg, and I can try to clear my knee line and start escaping, sliding out, passing, but that's leglock defense. We're gonna cover that in a whole different video. So these are all the details I wanted to show you about this amazing Sandro move and the rolling knee bar, how they mix together and how you can train them safely. This is also allowed in way more competitions than the kanibasami. For now, we're gonna close off with that. Stay tuned, because we're gonna take off the audio. I'm gonna show you some really cool entries. Buise. Thanks so much for watching this one, guys. Please be sure to like and subscribe to the channel. Let me know in the comments what you think. See you in the next one. Buise.